Hey, what's going on, everybody? Today's video, I want to concentrate on taxes, especially with that new ridiculous ass tax plan that they just passed a couple days ago. But I want to talk to you about it from a different angle, as usual. I actually want to talk to you guys about tax theory, progressive versus regressive, because I think this is one of the main issues that we have that we really are not discussing in America. America, the founding fathers have founded this on progressive taxation, which means it's the theory that that you're not going to have the poorest of the poor paying the same tax rate of the richest of the rich, and that we're about mutual prosperity, about building the nation up, about building systems so that more upward mobility can happen. Regressive taxation is basically saying that everybody pays the same thing, flat stuff. Rich people pay the same as poor people. It's all equal, and they view that as it being just completely and totally fair. And they really don't want to build up systems of upward mobility. It's just like it is what it is. I think we need to ask ourselves as a society what we want. I feel like that is a question that we have not thought about today. And I feel like that's really where the tax angst is coming from. Billionaires are coming at with the regressive shit saying, hey, it's not fair. We're funding society. We just want our money back. While the other side is being like, of course, it's progressive. You're the billionaires who have benefited from the society. So you do owe a little bit more. And I feel the trick is the manipulation to me is billionaires have somehow convinced the most poor, least educated people that a regressive system actually benefits them. And it's literally the exact opposite. Let's be real. Billionaires don't need the government at all, right? The most wealthy people in this nation really have every reason to want to tear the government systems down because they pay for an overwhelming majority of it and they don't really need it. We need the government, the people making less than all that money, right? And let me break it down. The only reason really rich people need this nation is for defense and the military. They just want to be safe and make sure that they're good. That's the only thing they really can provide by themselves. But you, motherfucker, are very different. A rich person doesn't need public education. They can send their kids to the most wealthy private school. A rich person doesn't need public transportation at all. A rich person doesn't need a regular airline that has subsidies and everything. They can charter a private jet. A rich person doesn't need water assistance. They can build a well. A rich person doesn't need utility assistance. They can sit there and get their own gas supplies and get their own solar panels. Are you getting? But you need the government, especially if you have children. Ever get that child income earned tax credit? You send your child to school. Do you know how much it costs to send your child to school just for 1 year? I live around Philly, and in Philly, it costs around $20,000 to send your child to school. That's how much the government spends on your child going to school. Crazy, and it's one of the more poor school districts in an urban area. In the suburbs, they spend about double that. But ask yourself, if you're making even $200,000 a year, could you afford, on average, between $20,000 and $40,000 a year per child just for school, and you wouldn't be getting an income tax credit for your children? Does that sound good? If I get my infographic right, I'm going to have it either here or here. I was like, but you'll see on average, and this is a very conservative effort, that the federal government on average spends over $19,000 a year on each average citizen. And that's a very lowball effort. That's just about the things that you can really see, like Social Security and like some of the basic medical things that they do and some of the basic federal education things. But it's like really, really the basic. They're not even counting all the really everyday life things. Like they subsidize every food that you have. Every farming industry that we get to the table is subsidized by billions of dollars. Every time you go to the pump, every gas station is subsidized by billions of dollars. Every time you get on a plane, that's subsidized by billions of dollars. So by that count, each average American gets at least between an extra $5,000 and $10,000 in subsidies for every industry the United States gives money to. And that even includes Tesla. So it's pretty safe to say that the average American gets between $25,000 and $30,000 each individual in terms of benefit to the government. But do you want to know how much we pay? The average American makes about $50,000, right? But I'm just going to go for $100,000, because really most Americans are not making. The average taxes for federal taxes collected for $100,000 is $17,000 fucking dollars. That's it, 17. So the math isn't really hard here. The United States government pays out at absolute minimum over $19,000. You add all the subsidies for everyday life between $25,000 and $30,000. You only pay federally 17. Is that a bargain for you? Now you know who that isn't a bargain for. Billionaires. You got it exactly. They don't benefit at all from that, which is why they're trying to convince you that you don't benefit from it either, and it couldn't be further from the truth. Just do the math. Progressively, they're taxed more than us. So let's say their federal tax rate may be like 22 to 30%. Ours will be 17%. One billionaire tax If you tax $1 billion just at the lowest tax rate that they could be taxed at, the 22%, that's $370 million, right? Your little $100,000 being taxed is $17,000 that you actually get more for, but you are advocating for less taxes. How does that work out for you? You might stand to get an extra $1,000 in your household for these tax cuts. Whoop-de-fucking-do. But take that billionaire that's getting that tax cut, then you're taking $370 million out of the tax base. Do you think that actually benefits you at all? They're running literally the biggest scam in the world, and they're taking advantage of what the status symbol is about taxes in this nation, that it really has been. It's like, oh, the government, ooh, taxes, you need the government, you're weak, you're less than, you're needy, you're all those things. But just like Barack Obama said, a lot of these billionaires got their money because of this tax system, because of the infrastructure, because of the sound transportation systems, because of our stable economy that's made by all this stuff. You have the systems to be able to get the money that you have, but they want you to think it's all them, all their merit, they don't need shit, and then they want to take all their money away after they benefited from it. Let's make all this shit crumble down so that no one else has the opportunity to maybe make the billions. And let's talk about it for real. They're already tax cheats. Look at Tesla paid zero in taxes last year. Donald Trump paid zero in taxes. Elon Musk paying zero in taxes federally. But yet they are billionaires. They are billionaires talking about, oh, let's give a tax cut for you. They're not paying taxes already. So what the fuck is going on? Wake the fuck up. The end. If these billionaires cared about you remotely, where is all the philanthropy, right? Where is the Tesla Rural Hospital program, right? Where is the Tesla Veteran Services program, right? Where's the Elon Musk suicide hotline? Where is the gosh, I can't even think, the Jeff Bezos food program that's reducing grocery prices immediately? So he's going to offer, like, where are they offering raises to their employees and staff? Are they even offering minimum wage? Like, where are the proof in their actions? Prove to me that these billionaires care about the little man with what they do right now with their money. They're not doing shit but whining to the government about how much they pay more than you. That is the fucking proof. Wake up. Until next time.